Hey guys, yeah, I wanted to come on here, and I just got dropped off by the bus, so I'm walking my way home now. But I figured I'd take this time to do another Rescue Ranger review episode review. Apparently these get over very well with some people. And the episode one person asked me to review is one of the earlier episodes from the show. Basically, it's from what is known as the first season. That, of course, is the syndicated. Well, actually, the first season is kind of known as the Disney Channel sneak peek syndication season. And what I mean by Disney Channel sneak peek syndication season or era is the fact that these are episodes that was given a sneak peek to those back in the 80s and even up to about the early to mid 90s that had Disney Channel on the service, even though from the 80s up to about the mid 90s Disney Channel was still considered a premium service, like let's say HBO and such. And basically Disney Channel, would put on these sneak peeks of shows that would come to syndication, and then later on, of course, the Disney Afternoon earlier on in the year, basically during the spring, to kind of get you ready, give you an idea of what you were in store for. And Rescue Rangers was one of those shows. And one of the episodes that was part of that sneak peek, of course, was Dale Beside Himself. Now, Dale Beside Himself became, I guess you could say, a very popular episode in the eyes of a lot of fans. Obviously, it became a very popular episode with the game developers of the first Rescue Rangers game, because they took the shape-shifting aliens concept from that episode and they used it as one of the antagonists that the Rangers would face. Yeah. Basically, I can't think of the alien's name right now. I think it was Quarks or something like that. Basically, the episode focused on this shape-shifting alien that basically had gotten so accustomed to life on Earth that basically he did not want to go back to his home planet. I mean, basically, okay, so the episode essentially starts out with the aliens on vacation on Earth, but in the disguises of animals. And basically, the lead alien, in the form of a snake, is about to, I guess, attack his fellow alien, who's in the disguise of a rabbit. But before he does, because, they're on vacation, they don't want to draw on, any suspicion, so they just go with the natural instincts of the animal that they become. And just as he's about to attack him, if you will, that's when he notices the alien Quarks, I think that's his name again, I'm not really sure, eating, I guess, essentially something that they kind of find disgusting called beagle burgers or something like that. Basically, it's like a junky, like a snack, like a very junkin snack, if you catch my drift. Anyway, the alien that's eating these like junk food, if you will, that's this kind of junk food, if you will, that he loves, he's addicted to, he doesn't want to go back. So they have to force him. They have to force him to go back, hack and everything. And they're going back and one saying he's going, and he's saying he's staying. This alien and another alien as well is saying you're going, and he's repeating saying I'm staying. And it's like the moment they get almost not even that far away from Earth, and they stop for whatever reason. I gotta look at it again for what reason they stopped. But then he boards like a little ship and says, I'm staying. He doesn't want to go back. So what happens is, throughout this, he basically, and they're shooting off fireworks around here, he basically encounters Dale, is what happens. He encounters Dale upon his return. Dale, of course, is in that mood of, liking sci-fi and all that, just, being Dale, right? So he ends up encountering him, and to basically avoid being detected by the other aliens that wanted to get him to go back home with them, he decides to turn himself into a copy of Dale. And knowing that, that's not even going to probably stop them, because, he sees this transmission show up on the television screen that the Rangers have, in their headquarters. He ends up basically tricking Dale into testing out his spaceship. But he basically not only tricks Dale into testing out his spaceship, but he sets it into essentially what is known as automatic, to head back to the spaceship, to head back, home, if you will. And thus he decides, as he puts it, it's out with the old Dale, in with the new. Only to find out that, in the moment of trying to send somebody else in his place, he forgot to take out his Earth burgles. That's what they call it, those Earth burgles, which is like a junk food he likes to eat, a drug, if you will. Anyway, Dale shows up there on the ship, and he doesn't know exactly what's going on. Well, he does kind of know, but not really. So the other two aliens, thinking he's this other alien, this Quark, this Ditz character, that's what his name is, Ditz. Since they're afraid of, oh my God, he's becoming an Earth being, they try to freeze him. They try to freeze him so they can take him back to the planet Fleeblecorks, I think that's what it's called. Back to his planet to kind of, change him back, to get him back to who he's supposed to be. But the aliens are not aware that that's not Ditz. That's not their alien. It's just, somebody that he sent in their place to make it look like it's him. And on the other side of the equation, Dale, or not Dale, but not Dale, but the Rangers, they're kind of surprised of how much Dale has changed. How different, he's become, if you will, unaware that he's an actual shape-shifting alien, in disguise, that the Dale they're dealing with on Earth is not the real deal. The fact that he's taking, a liking to physics, and all that, science, motor skills, stuff like that, it kind of surprises them, but it's also like how do I put this? It's almost like, for Chip, it's almost like a comfort, because what gives Ditz the idea to, switch places with Dale is, Ditz is under a table and everything, and he overhears Chip saying that he kind of likes the new Dale, and that they hope the old Dale never comes back. And again, that's what gives Ditz the idea to trick Dale into taking his place, and going on the ship up to their home planet, or their mothership, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, long story short, like I said, Dale, who's being mistaken as being that alien, and he's trying to escape these other two aliens from freezing him and trying to experiment on him to get him to be who they think he is. And he ends up basically, like I said, avoiding them, because he's, at first he thinks it's fun, but then he's like, oh, wait a minute, but what happens, what I'm trying to say, is he realizes, oh, wait a minute, something doesn't seem right here. These guys are trying to they're trying to freeze me, they're trying to experiment on me. So he ends up getting on the ship, he ends up getting back in the ship, or at least one of the ships that's identical to the one that took him to the mothership, to the spaceship, to head back to Earth to confront Ditz over what he's done. And basically, Dale does escape, and Ditz, in the form of Dale, is, like I said, he's helping out around, he's doing chores, or he's cleaning up and everything. And at first, even though they were like thrilled with it, or at least Chip was, it is starting to kind of get a little unnerving with the Rangers. Like, it's great Dale's doing all this, but it's great that Dale's doing all this and everything. Hold on, what's that? And then, like I said, the glad Dale's taking an interest in doing all this. Well, like I said, they think it's Dale. I mean, one of the moments in there where Gadget thinks it's Dale, is Dale helping her out with the Ranger plane, not knowing that what's happening is the alien disguised as Dale has equipped the Ranger plane with technology that basically causes the Ranger plane within the span of like 5 seconds to go all around the world at supersonic speed, eating everything. And the next thing you know, after they get back to Ranger headquarters, is you see Gadget with her hair sticking out going, golly, again. Because, she's thinking, oh, golly, this is exciting, because she didn't know, that Dale had this in him. Or she, like I said, she thinks it's Dale. And then all of a sudden, it's like, all around the world. And what's that? Like I said, it's all around the world. And then she has that moment, she's like, golly, again, her hair sticking out. Basically, you had some comedic moments in it. And at the end, basically, Dale confronts Ditz, kind of fights with him, shows basically the Rangers that, oh my God, there's two of them and everything. So it's like, now they're like, okay, what's going on, and who's the real Dale, who's the alien? And there is a moment in there that people kind of like, well, this, even though she doesn't know it's the alien, there's a moment in there where Gadget's like, I have an idea to get Dale to kind of be himself again. And she, basically encourages him to kind of relax a little bit and to come sit by her. And, she gives him that flirtatious, seductive look, like, okay, and everything. So, long story short, like I said, Dale does return, he confronts Ditz, the other aliens follow, show that they're indestructible to even the destruction of a planet, and Dale figures out that the only way, they're going to get this alien out of there is to bait him out, and they bait him with his earth burgle. Anyway, they do trick Ditch into revealing himself with the earth burgles. He ends up going back with the aliens. And, Gadget gives the real Dale a big old hug. She puts a leg up and everything, the affectionate wise. Nice, and the hug really, dizzies Dale and everything. He's blushing. Overall, basically it's a good little funny, cute episode. And for one of the first episodes of the show, I highly recommend, checking it out. It's on Disney Plus, and it's on the Blu-ray set as well. But I highly recommend checking it out. But until next time, guys, I'm home now, so I'll talk to y'all later. Super thanks will be enabled after the premiere. And until then, I am out.